South Dakota State will dance.
South Dakota has climbed the summit. So you better start running. So you better start running. So you better start running. Because I'm coming right now.
Baked in! It's good! Jenkins Jr. baked it in! It is time to climb at the Summit League tournament. The March to the Big Dance begins for the SDSU and USD women with quarterfinal play this afternoon, where getting on and off the buses to get to the arena might have posed more of a challenge than their first two opponents actually did. First up, the top-seeded Jackrabbits against Purdue-Fort Wayne. First quarter, pretty good crowd despite the weather looking on as Maya Sellen, back from some injuries, drains a three. She had 11 points, and SDSU's out to a 6-point lead. Not so sure why Aaron Johnston looked concerned here, but didn't have much other reasons for concerns later in this game. Macy Miller had a good one. She gets the rebound and put back here, and then a few moments later, Jacks get a steal from Madison Giebert. They're going to get out in transition and find Miller in the corner. It is indeed Miller time. Macy led all scorers with 24 points as the Rabbits are starting to build a giant lead. It's now up to double figures, and it only got bigger. Giebert with the big crossover right here to get to the rack. She had 19 points, and SDSU was up by 15. Final moments of the quarter. Check out the great passing. Tic-tac-toe, Tylee Irwin. She had 12 points on the day. It was 28-9 after one, and, well, Fort Wayne's not coming back from that, and Peyton Burkhardt of Aberdeen made sure of that with a nice hook shot as the Jackrabbits roll 88-50.
You don't want to look any team here in the Summit League. Everyone's coming out to win the game, and I just say you got to come and play your hardest and, you know, bring your best game.
It's not like it's a day off at the relaxing, so there's some value to it. But it's nice to let maybe mentally regroup a little bit, get your emotions back up. I think that part helps.
Next up, the second-seeded Coyotes against North Dakota State. Coyotes came out starting fast in this one. Allison Arns, très bien, started a very good day for her. A few minutes later, Chloe Lamb pulling a little bit of double duty and landing some more knockout punches. Here she's going to score inside with position, and she was scoring and sweeping the floor as well in between timeouts, which was kind of fitting because USD was mopping the floor at this point with NDSU. Kira Duffy for three, and the Coyotes were up by 11 after one. Arns, like I told you, she had a strong game, and here she shows it on the inside with a great spin move. She had 18 points, but the real MVP for the Coyotes came off the bench, the sixth woman of the year, Hannah Shervin. She's going to overpower her defender in the paint. Nice flop, by the way. It earns an Academy Award for acting. And then in the second quarter, she's just going to put on a clinic in the post. Shervin led the Coyotes with 20 points, and they cruise 74-51.
They just did a very good job of finding ways to create turnovers, which then we were fortunate enough to get out and get going and get the ball moving and hopefully score some points. But I think it's a very good win for us, a great way to start the tournament, and kind of fun to be back at it after a week off.
I felt good going into that game. Sometimes on that first game there's a few jitters and things like that, so it was good to get them out and good to walk out with the win.
The men's quarterfinals are just underway, and it's a bit of deja vu for the top-seeded Jackrabbit men against Western Illinois. Not only did they just beat the Leathernecks 86-66 last Saturday, but it's the second straight year the two have squared off in the quarterfinals. Last year, the Leathernecks led at halftime before the Jacks escaped with a 6-point win, something TJ Otzelberger has been quick to remind his team about. But the Jacks also feel that the home court edge that they get from playing at the Premier Center with all their fans in attendance should help them shake off any doldrums.
The amount of energy being produced through the crowd is amazing. Jackrabbit Nation it's amazing. Just having those many fans back us, supporting us. I mean, if I was the opposing team, you'll kind of look up in the stands and be like, oh, you got to come.
I think our guys feed off that. I think we're fortunate. We've had stretches throughout the tournament where their energy takes our game up to the next level.
And can actually update this score right now. They're about midway through the first half. Western leads at 21-16. I don't know what it is about the Leathernecks, but they seem to come to play in this tournament after not playing much in the regular season. We'll, of course, have highlights and reaction coming up tonight at 10 o'clock, the late game between Omaha and North Dakota. The girls' State B basketball tournament concludes tonight with a pair of teams that took very different routes to the championship game in last night's semifinals. Unbeaten Ethan suffocated Freeman, getting 12 points from Cameron Logan and 10 from Carly Gustafson to win 44-27. The nightcap had far more drama, with Kennedy Buckholz getting this pass and laying it in at the buzzer to give DeSmet a thrilling 64-62 victory over Corsica 60, setting the stage for tonight's championship finale.
You got to be prepared to play every possession of the game, and there's going to be games of runs. There was both ways, and that's, I'm just so proud of my girls for staying in it, on both ends of the court.
You know, I think even though we're the 1 seed, we're probably going in as an underdog, I think, just from the way they played last night. But, you know, we just need to prepare like we have all year long. You know, trust our defense, trust taking care of the basketball.
It's also quarterfinal night for the NAIA National Women's Tournament. We got a pair of local teams trying to get to the Final Four. Dakota Wesleyan and Taylor have just tipped off down in Sioux City. Northwestern and College of the Ozarks follow at 8. We'll have highlights of both at 10. We're back in one moment.